is the second try. We'll call to order this committee of the Charter Position Search Committee for March 30th, 2021 at 4 p.m. To discuss St. Louis County Auditor position. Madam Clerk, will you call the roll?
Yes, sir. Councilmember Harder.
Present.
Councilmember Days.
Here.
Councilmember Webb. Councilmember Fitch.
Here.
Mr. Chair, you have a quorum.
Thank you. The committee takes official notice of and admits into evidence all St. Louis County ordinances and resolutions. Again, the purpose of this meeting is to talk about the county auditor position and to continue the conversation that we started a number of weeks ago about this, and to look at recommendations from this committee on what we need to do to move forward. The big thing that's bringing this to light is the report from the auditor of the state of Missouri and the deficiencies that they saw in the auditing functions of the county and the auditor specifically. And so I don't know if we need to review that. I think we've all seen those recommendations and what was been given out in the past. I would take a motion we go into closed session to talk about this further.
So moved.
A second.
Mr. Chair,
Yes.
did you want to do public forum before we go into closed session?
Do we have any public forum? Any
We
questions?
do. We have two comments.
Okay, let's take those first and then we'll go into closed session.
Okay. Our first comment this afternoon is from Tom Sullivan. And it reads, on March 6th, the current county auditor had held the job for 4 years. In the 4 years, he has never produced or conducted a real audit. In last year's audit of St. Louis County government by the state auditor, it was said the county auditor was unable to identify a single audit that was completed in 2019. St. Louis County taxpayers are now paying over $200,000 a year for the auditor and the 2 additional people who work in his office. As a call editorial correctly put it, an auditor who doesn't audit comes with a high cost. The auditor isn't the one to blame for this situation. The ones to blame are those who hired him and those who have kept him in the job. That would be the county council, especially Sam Page, who was hell-bent to hire him after Councilman Page became council chair in 2017. A competent auditor could have also helped to oversee the $173.5 million CARES funding that St. Louis County received. Excuse me. The same would be true for the upcoming grant if the council moves to get a new auditor. There is little doubt there has been questionable spending of the CARES funds by the county, and that some of it has been used to promote the political interests of the county executive, Sam Page. Also, the council needs to provide some oversight for the $160 million or so that is appropriated every year for the Metro Transit Agency. Given that amount of funding, it would be a good idea to have an auditor that looks at how the funds are spent by the agency. You might recall the Riverfront Times article of a few years ago about a restaurant in Ellisville that closed and moved to the city because workers could not get the restaurant using public transit. Perhaps an auditor for Metro could be part of the county auditor's department or answer directly to the council. Thank you for listening to my comments. And our second comment this afternoon is from Susan Winter-Balk. Please set your standards for candidates for the position of county auditor against the following person. Anessa V. Spring is a certified internal auditor, certified government audit professional. She holds a bachelor's degree in accounting from the University of Missouri St. Louis and has a master's degree in data analytics from Western Governors University. Inessa V. Spring worked as an auditor for the state of Missouri for 5 years. She was recruited into the St. Louis County Auditor's Office working under County Auditors David McCarowitz, then Mark Tucker. She was recruited away from that position and into the St. Louis County Board of Elections. Ms. Springs' tenacity and hard work updated and innovated the St. Louis County voting system going into the 2020 election. As the COVID-19 descended upon St. Louis County, Ms. Spring was swiftly recruited into the St. Louis County Health Department as the IT business manager. I know Ms. Spring to be a passionate social progressive and a solid fiscal conservative. Although Ms. Spring is a registered Democrat, she should be considered non-political. She is known among her friends, peers as a decent, ubiquitous, focused hard worker. Her life's passion is to solve problems, save money, and innovate. Ms. Spring's 3 daughters are all engineers from the Missouri University of Science and Technology. An auditor should be considered as the immune system of a governmental organization, boldly identifying decay and maladaptive features of that entity. Please consider Anessa V. Spring and her qualifications as the gold standard for the position of St. Louis County Auditor. This great county deserves to have the best possible person running the vital position of County Auditor. Mr. Chair, that's all the comments.
Thank you, Madam Clerk. I'd like to move into into closed session. Do I have a motion?
I did that motion,
Okay.
Mr. Chair.
Second.
Do we need to say close pursuant to RSMO,
Yes.
et cetera? Okay, well, I will do that.
Yes, ma'am, you do. And Mr. Chair, that'll need to be a roll call vote as well.
Sure.
Thank you.
I move to close the meeting pursuant to revised statutes of Missouri 610.021, 1, 3, 13, and 17, and section 114.2020, 1, 3, 13, and 17 St. Louis County revised ordinances.
Okay.
I'll second.
We have a second. Do you have a second? Call for a vote.
Councilmember Harder,
Aye.
Councilmember Days,
Aye.
Councilmember Webb, Councilmember Fitch.
Aye.
Diane should have sent everybody a link to the closed session, so we'll get out of this and go into that. Any other further comments? Okay, we'll see you on that side. Is everybody back? Looks like it.
Yes, sir.
So we're back in open session. Do I have a motion to adjourn?
So move.
Second.
Okay, roll call.
Yeah, we don't need a roll call for that one, just all in
You
favor.
don't.
Okay, all in favor of
Aye.
adjournment?
Aye.
Aye.
Those opposed? Okay, meeting is the public side of this meeting is adjourned.
See you in a
Thank you.
few. Thank you.
Okay, thanks.